All right. This is sketchy as hell, and hopefully it doesn't fall. I won't be able to see your comments and stuff like that because I'm sanding. And hopefully you can join the other one because that was a disaster. But yeah, so I already done the front. Now I'm going to do the back. And this is how you wet sand. So basically what you want to do is at least start with a 400 grit sandpaper. See the tub full. You could do a bucket or something like that. You can totally submerge it if you want. If you believe it's solid and there's no holes. Because water will get wherever water will go. Alright, so also if you're a headset wearer right now, don't watch this. This is going to be bad for your hearing. Even wet sanding, right? So I already got some sandpaper that's already wet. So basically all I'm really doing is just lightly I'm putting some pressure, not too much. I'm not trying to go down to the plastic. Just trying to take the roughness off the primer. Right now you probably think the primer is actually really soft, but if I touch it, it's rough. It feels like a very fine sandpaper. So wet sanding basically will guarantee that it's going to become super soft and slick. If you're typing in the chat, I can't see you, but be kind to one another and just talk amongst yourselves. This is like super boring. It's sort of like watching paint dry. And it's loud. Oh, what the hell is this? This is a crack. Possible points of conversation is talking about Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. That show's pretty legit good. I'm watching that. Then I start watching some DC Justice League cartoon movies. Those are brutal. Like, what the hell? And they're good. The Flash Paradox. That was a great movie. To the point where I want to do a, what's his name? It's not Bruce Wayne. It's something Wayne. Bruce Wayne's dad, Batman. Such a more effective Batman. His powers are 45s, 1911s, two of them. And then like Reverse Flash, was learning about that guy. He's just a psycho. Like the Joker's a douche, right? But Reverse Flash is like all the crazy shit he did to the Flash throughout his whole entire life. It's like, get a hobby, dude. But yeah, the best way to know where you haven't sand, basically by hearing. Hear how gross that sounds, right? It sounds like butt. But you hit here, don't hear so much, right? Because it's smoother. Also, feel is a big thing too. So you're going to feel your way around your armor. Now for our purposes, as long as you're not trying to do a super shiny armor, 400 to 600 grit is as far as you need to go. If you're trying to make a super shiny armor where it's just going to be reflective and stuff, shiny, like an Iron Man, you want to go much higher. Because it will help, trust me. But for us, that's not a problem. More than likely, I'm definitely going to be doing a Batman versus Superman armor costume. Because I got a confession, I kind of like that movie, and I really do think Ben Affleck was a good looking Batman. He had the part, he looked the part, he had the swagger with how I thought Batman should be. Like, I never really blame actors unless they just can't act for a movie. I really blame like the editing team and the director for bad movies. Because I think we've all been in situations where your leadership is just super horrible and you're like, I'm so limited by what I can do with this leadership. So, and the leadership is the director and the editing team in my eyes for making a movie. Like Superman, Henry Cavill, like he was limited by the director and the production team for The Witcher, and that's why he left. He's like, I'm not going to be part of something I don't believe in. And he's like, bye, have fun. And I'm not going to lie, that show's basically dead in the water. And I feel bad for like the other actors and actresses, but maybe they should have spoke up. But hey, Henry's right on this. Let's try to say it to his source material. Or hey, how about just hiring people that like the show or the books? That's weird, right? Now, I hope if the Warhammer show is still happening, they don't mess it up. But who knows? I used to be a super fan of Warhammer. I had a painting company and everything. I just fell off. I just got tired of chasing that dragon and all those miniatures that you had to buy. And the community definitely starts changing. And if you're wondering what types of armies I played, it was mostly like Space Wolf, Alpha Legion, Imperial Guard, but combining arms Imperial Guard, not like Tank Guard or anything. I would have a little bit of everything. And honestly, I would wreck face with the Imperial Guard that way. Had, I think, 2, maybe 3 Death Quarter Creed armies because I was selling because I was super good. It was always made money. Shit, I think I paid for rent a few times. Why? Why would you do this to me? Okay, Hey, sorry, my gimbal is a challenge. So let me. Oh my goodness, why are you doing this? Stop. Just be cool. I am so sorry, guys. The thing is, okay, eat trash. Get this the stick gimbal because this is a trash. So we're going to watch the ceiling for a second. Fucking bitch. Beep 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 beep. Fuck you. Stupid ass technology, bitch ass motherfucker. Alright. Hey, thank you for the 19 that actually stayed. You are two tramps. Using old technology to get this done instead of the good stuff. Because apparently the good stuff is trash. Alright, so now you get to look at my back. So enjoy that. Poops. But yeah. So do you guys like any good TV shows going on right now? Of course I can't see what you're saying. In the near future I'm probably going to buy a camera for the iPad so I can actually see what people are saying in the live chat. And see, that's the funny thing for like technology. That gimbal thing has like auto leveling and all this other crap. But decided to go, nah, I don't want to work, dude. It's getting hot. That's trash. Now, I didn't really care about how good the seams are over here because, well, whatever. No one's going to be saying that because that's not my butt. Okay, so when you're drying this, because it is wet paint, put it on like carpet or something, or a rug that you hate, because it more than likely will mess it up. And I felt yeah, see, that's why you want to fill like the little boob, under boobs here, other places, because I felt like a little bit of grossness. Definitely want to use your hands, ensure that every single spot is nice and soft. Because primer or any real paint will get gross sometimes, so you just have to sanitize it. I really do hope you guys all had a good day today. And try to remember, it's hard, but just remember, you can only make yourself happy. No one else can make you mad or sad and stuff. You think that they can, but they actually can't. All those emotions that you do feel are internal in how you respond to them. Like if you're getting super angry because someone's making you angry, it's not really them making you angry. You are allowing them to affect how you feel. So you just have to adjust how you feel to be more calm. And remember, if someone's acting like an idiot or just being belittling you and stuff like that, they suck. And they don't really matter. Because once you leave the situation, they're not there anymore. Only you are there. And because you can control yourself, and you can't really control them, whatever they say or do doesn't really matter. I'm not going to worry about this part too much because no one will see it. It's going to be covered up by the carapace armor. Let me put this to the side and knock out this. Because trust me, I work for some really smart people, but some really socially inept people. Now, I wouldn't lie and say that I am the most socially inept person, or the most socially stable, whatever. But I could generally get along with anyone, as long as they don't really do anything crazy that affects me and my job. So I met a few people where it's like, holy crap, how can you be this bad at everything? And then I realized, oh, they're 55 years old, never been married. They just got to this position I got to when I was like in my early 30s. So you sit back and go, oh yeah, this guy's stupid. I can't affect that. I can't change that because making someone stupid has taken decades of effort. Like their parents, their teachers, and themselves all work really, really hard to make them dumb. And you can't change that. So you just go, oh wow, okay. I can't change this. I can't let it affect me and how I'm going to operate through my day. Think about the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars that was spent to make that person that you work with stupid. Just throwing that out there. So, trying to fight for someone that's stupid, no point. They already spent hundreds of thousands of dollars to get to that point. You're not going to win that fight. But what you can win is how that stupid person affects you emotionally. Like my dad, with all his positive attributes, his most negative was allowing others to make him react. Usually in a negative light. It's what stopped his naval career just to be at E6 with 22 years in. I think it was 22 or just 20, I don't know. I really didn't pay that much attention. But he was like super smart. He made E6 in 3, maybe 4 years in the Navy, which is like really hard. In the 80s too. Because he's like super smart, but he's not emotionally smart. Unfortunately. That's the biggest drawback about him. I try to help him, but once again, he's in the millions of dollars range of being taught to be how he is. You're not going to win that fight. Best you could do is ignore it, work around it, or accept it. That's how you deal with a semi-toxic parent. Some parents you just have to write out of your life. My best friend, she is writing her mom out of her life because she's just a super toxic human being. It sucks. It sucks when a kid has to write their parents out of their lives because they're just so toxic. And it would just drive them down to the negative path. I'm just talking to talk because I was watching YouTube videos, but I was like, hey, maybe I could record this and get views. Ooh. So I'm going to have to solder this. I thought this was solid, but it's super not. So good thing I'm finding this out now. I just have to remember. I'll probably just staple it and it'll probably be good. Here's some more rough spots. Oh, so I'm making a sniper laser rifle. I linked the files in the videos in the description. The creator, he reached out to me. He was like, hey, can you make my files? I was like, hey, dude, I already bought all your files. It's just on my list of stuff to do. And I was kind of shocked that I actually bought all his files because they're not that cheap, but they're good. Especially the laser Gatling, because the whole entire thing will turn, which is awesome. Just verifying everything feels smooth. Don't like that. Like, for real, you can't see what's rough or not. You have to just feel it with your hands. Like, this looks smooth as hell, but it feels like sandpaper. Trying not to break my leg because I'm sad. I'm gonna cry. Alright, let's rotate this one more time. Also, praise baby Jesus that my mom will never see me doing this, because she'd be pissed. I'll be cleaning this up, lady. Don't worry. I'm a professional. Look at me just over here giving you guys dad advice and shit. Or NCO advice. I do miss being a sergeant sometimes. But then I remember how being in the actual army was. And I was like, oh, it's horrible. Everyone was a douchebag. And I definitely wasn't in a good mental state back then. But in the same note, it got me into career fields I would never been able to get into if I didn't join. Like, I was able to work on helicopters, and while I was in, go to college and learn how to work on computers and move around the world. So a little bit of sacrifice go a long way. I just need to do a little bit more sacrifice and study for a couple of certifications. Hope we get a better job. Oh, by the way, the Prime deals are pretty freaking pricey. Oh, and Babu Lab is doing financing for their printers. Pretty cool, if you ask me. I think it's like 0% interest for the first 4 months. And for most of their printers, I would like to think most people can pay them off in the first 14 months. So I know some people won't be able to. So definitely look at like the A1 with the AMS system, the multicolor system. I think it's like $400 or something like that. Not that bad. Now, I'm pulling that number out of my book, so I don't know if that's correct. Don't quote me on that. I'm just some dude on YouTube for the camera. Getting close to my bedtime. Like, I try to go to bed at 7 a.m. But, you know, once my attention deficit disorder crap kicks in, and hey, I want you to do stuff, it's really hard to go to bed. And for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours, I didn't do anything. Except for watch some Vanoss videos. By the way, I still like the Vanoss screws videos. They're good stuff. Wish they got more views. I think they're the least toxic of the YouTube people, especially the newer ones. Now, maybe that's not part of them anymore, so he doesn't count. You know, people were joking on them for that military experience, but I think they took it the best that they could. And it sucks that it happened. But mainly that was always a little whiner, which sucks because some of the videos, it's always like funny, why are you doing repeating on me? It's like, well, because it's funny. You don't hear Yoga looking super crying about it. He mentions it, but I don't think he cries. No, you don't repeat on me. Like, yes, you do. Like, oh, okay. Go, be good dog. Also, Twitter's great. Between like all the porn you see on Twitter, his stuff pops up. It's like some god stuff. It's like, oh man. Like, I'm actually kind of surprised Twitter just hasn't become a full-blown porno website yet. Just talking to myself like a crazy person. Can't see your comments. I wish I could. Super cell, but I don't have super chat yet because I can't monetize because I don't have enough views. I'm going to view hours. But one day I'll get there. That's one thing I'm always going to complain about, my view hours. That's why you see some streamers who don't get as many views making 30-minute long videos. Fill her up. Silky smooth. I'm coming back. Don't worry, guys. Oh wow, 64 of you guys are watching. Hey, thank you. This is the challenge I've been kind of dreading doing because it's just so big and it's flexible and I don't want to break it. So If you have kids around, you might want to get them out of the room because I might be cussing here real soon. Be super sad. Alright. Walk down the valley of the shadow of death. Fear no evil. Except for my actions. Once again, I'm using 400 grit sandpaper here. I'm lightly touching it while I'm sanding it. I'm not putting too much pressure. I'm just trying to take away the grittiness of the primer. And oh, by the way, I use a sandable primer filler. It's like a dual purpose. See how much this thing is just wobbling? I'm super scared about this. You guys might be watching a disaster film. Oh, by the way, have you guys seen any good movies? If so, recommend some in the chat. I do read the chat logs afterwards, and I think I do reply to them. I just don't know if you actually see the replies. And one thing I'm really shocked and surprised by is how many people are actually following me and view my videos. I appreciate you guys. I really do. It's kind of amazing. I'm so happy I didn't start doing YouTube until now. If I did this like 5 years ago, my mental place in life where I was just angry, I'd be one of those ugly political angry YouTubers or something. No one wants to see that. Oh, by the way, you'll never know my political affiliation or anything like that because, well, it's my business. And two, I don't want to alienate anybody. Because like I have talked on Instagram on my main account. I'll talk with all kinds of individuals, as long as they're not like overly like crazy about stuff. And when I say talk, I mean actual real discussions. Like, hey, do you have actual examples of this actually occurring? Can I read about them? And sometimes people drop some facts and it's like, oh wow, this actually did occur. Or this government system actually worked. Like, oh wow, okay, cool. Sometimes I drop a little sly thing, it's like, well, it worked for a short time. Living in Korea has a lot of benefits and some drawbacks. Like I just can't get certain things here, or I probably could. I just don't know where to. And like you know, American apps, it'll automatically translate into a whole bunch of languages. Korean apps, nah. It's like, what? You don't know Korean? I guess you don't want to buy stuff. And it's like, yeah, I guess I don't. Thanks for helping me save money. Like my first year here, I was able to save, well, not save, pay off $32,000 of credit card debt. It saved my life. Coming here was a blessing. Now I just spend money like a crazy person. Like this armor, I think honestly costs around $500 or more. Probably in the $600 range, to be honest. There's so much plastic. And so many fails. Because I'm definitely trailblazing the heck out of this. Because these files are meant for toys. But making it work, one struggle section at a time, is what I do. My dog seems to be pretty happy here, except for the fact that I work 12-hour days. Hates that. And I kind of just have to be cool with the fact he pees in the house sometimes, or every single day. But he kind of pees in one spot, so I kind of just designate that as a pee spot. Put down pet mats. Oh man. If you guys buy some cool stuff on Amazon Prime Day, tell us. Like I bought a new gimbal. Hopefully that one doesn't suck. I'm going to get that one too, fine. The one that I was using before, I was overheating. She could deal with it. Sucks to say. So, got the vast majority of this done. So do the rotation. That sucks. It's okay, sorry. Now I do feeling around, looking for places I miss. Also, it really helps if you use the right side of the sandpaper to sand. Oh, and talking about like the Justice League movies, I also watched one where it was like, they had Constantine in it, I think that's his name. He's like the magic wizard dude that fucks with the devil and angels and stuff. It's kind of like a dick. It's pretty good. He was kind of a dick in the movie too. Kind of saying like a British person, like talking crap to like superheroes, and it's like, yo dude, I think they could just murder you. I think you need to chill out. But he's an alcoholic with a kind heart or something, I don't know. He's British, so drinking problems is a thing. And being condescending. I guess that's political or whatever, I don't know. I've been to London before. I must have caught like the most normal weather, like normal everywhere else except for like London's weather for 2 weeks. Because the last day, it was crazy. It was too hot, too cold. I would sweat if I put my jacket on. If I took my jacket off, I was freezing. I was like, my body doesn't know what to do. Get me back to Afghanistan where it's safe. Went to Nottingham to see Warhammer World because like I said, I used to be a huge Warhammer fan. I was keeping up with all the Horse Heresy books. If you know what those are, that's like kind of crazy. All right. So how I'm going to make this sit. I'm going to lay it like this so there's less tension on it. Alright, get past y'all. Oh, getting drippy drips everywhere. Like this. Now just the shins. Those are the last things I got to sand. For the people who are just joining, I'm using 400 grit sandpaper. That's basically as much wet sand I'm going to do. You can go up to 600 for this, but if you're doing like an Ironman, you want to go to 1,000 to maybe 1,200 grit sandpaper, and you don't want to just jump to that. You want to gradually go to it. For our purposes, it doesn't have to be super silky smooth. A little bit of grit, actually a little bit nice. Has character to it. But you want it to be smooth-ish. You know what I mean? Use your best judgment. I believe in you. Believe in yourself too. And if you make a mistake, well, you can always hand it back. Not the end of the world. Except for that paint getting in my bloody eye. Fudge. That might be the end of the world. Tomorrow I'm going to go to a maid cafe. It's going to be really cringy. Especially since such a tragic story about that whole place. But you know what? Screw it. Can't affect everybody. I want to affect myself. Now I'm going to have a little bit of fun. Now, there ain't no sex in the maid cafes, I'll tell you that much, or at least the ones in Korea. So, any horn dogs thinking that stuff, just go to the bathroom or something, I don't know. Or just treat people like freaking human beings. That's be kind of neat. Everyone gets in a bad situation. Like my first job out of high school was construction worker. I was a bricklayer. Good paying job. Hard job. I said, fuck that shit, I'd rather join the army. That can't be that hard. It wasn't that hard. Gotta see the world. We'll see shitty places, but gotta see the world. I could have been a pilot for helicopters, but I didn't want to wait because winter was coming, and I don't like being homeless during the winter time. I know this is super boring. I'm basically just watching paint dry. So hopefully my conversations of random crap that's popping into my head is entertaining. It's like being possessed by a crazy old dead person. If you get that reference, you watch Adventure Bros. That was a fun show. A lot of fun shows, my friend. Nice, silky smooth, feels good. This doesn't feel good, but I don't care. Now, I probably just want to do one shin. Because this is it's kind of big, but it's not that big. Hopefully I'm in frame. I have no clue. Like I'm just using my iPhone. I don't have like a, what do you call it? A tablet to see what's going on. Man, I should have been double dipping. I should have my, my computer playing, watching this live stream so I get a second view. Yeah, by the way, I'm a little watch bubble. Like I want all the watch hours. Because once I get to 4,000 watch hours, I'm going to print one of you guys a Marine Fallout armor. And possibly, I don't think I'm going to paint it for you, depending on the weather. But definitely build it. Sand it down to a good point so you can paint it. Like, my big thing right now, I won't be able to paint for a while. The humidity during last night was 96%. Like, almost raining, and it was like 25 degrees. Like, the heck. So it just felt much hotter than it actually was. Now, I might have been exaggerating about the humidity, but it was hot. Yeah, I think a few of you are probably thinking, oh man, Lynn's gonna be super mad at me. If she sees this, yes, she will. Don't tell her. She's gonna get super mad. I don't want to get in trouble. So where everyone's from, and that's for Social Security. Don't tell me that. That's crazy. That's called social engineering. And you're probably thinking, oh, social engineering is like for like cults or something. Social engineering is actually how most hacks happen. Like those little quizzes, like tell me your birthday and your favorite animal's pet name. Because that's what most people use for their passwords. That's all social engineering. Don't fall for that stuff. Your rock band's your place of birth, mom's maiden name, favorite food. More social engineering crap. But you'd be surprised how many people are just dumb and just fall for that crap. And they lose their whole entire family and whole entire household just because they want to play with some baseball crap. It's tragic to think about. Just don't know no better. I was talking to this lady. And she was saying how she wanted to live forever. And no, 150 years. And I asked her, I was like, hey, if you just go back in time to 150 years, saying you lived through those 150 years, think about how much social change and how much technology change occurred. Do you think you could actually hang for that much change? I don't think I could. Hell, I don't think I relate to like 10-year-olds with all the better technology and stuff. Back in the day, I had to walk 10 miles uphill to go to school and all that crap or something, I don't know. Nowadays you take cabs or Ubers. Every kid has a smartphone. My family had one computer. Do you know how hard it was to look at porn when you only have one computer? Not easy. Especially when it was like in the dining room. It was like, good luck. I had managed porn by going to like HBO and Showtime and look through that little fuzzy stuff and hope I see a nipple or something. Or watch Digimon, but hopefully you don't become a furry. Oh man. I know this is super tedious to do, but you have to do it, especially if you want something to look nice. All your prep work will pay off so much more than any paint job that you apply. You can buy the best paints in the world, but if your prep work's trash, it's going to look like trash. I have no idea how long I've been doing this. Greatest thing about having ADD. You just get out mood and then it's like 16 hours later, it's like, oh shit, I gotta go poop. Like I haven't eaten today. I drank very little water. Went to the gym. Had a really good workout. One thing I will suggest, but I won't ever tell you how to do it, go to the gym. A healthy body will make a healthy mind. I think Kellogg, the original Kellogg, Dr. Kellogg, believe in that. Those are kind of crazy about it. Like I think he was actually part of a cult, and Kellogg cereal was like their main food source, if I'm not mistaken, from Drunk History. Oh man, I'm so out of stuff to talk about. If you're suggesting stuff, I can't see it, so I'm sorry. I really do hope you guys have a great day. Try to have a positive life. And affect the people around you as best you can, because people like super far away, you won't really ever be able to affect them in a meaningful way. But that neighbor that, seems always sad, just saying hi to them, you never know. That might be the one thing that will save them. Or you become taco food for that person. Who the hell knows? People are crazy. Get all turned into ground beef. That actually happened in Korea. There's some crazy stuff that's happening in Korea. But it's so rare, it really makes like movies and stuff almost every single time it goes super mixed. So that's everything that's primed so far, sanded. Now this looks like dookie, but that's the inside, and hopefully people are not looking at my crotch, because that's kind of weird. So thank you for joining me, and you guys have a great day, evening, or whatever, wherever you're at. And just be excellent to one another. Bill and Ted.